Alright, so what's poppin', everybody? It's your man, Young Ida Costello, back again with another video. Now, like I said, this channel is in list week. All your sneaker lists, all your fashion lists, all your music and album lists, top 10s, we got them here for this week and a little bit of next week. Now, this video is going to be the top 20 singles of 2016. Now, these singles are going to be kind of mainstream singles, but then kind of singles that I just felt were better than all of the other singles that will be in my top 20. Honestly, it's all just music that I like, in my opinion. So if I like it and I feel like it deserved to be in the top 20, then I'm gonna put it in the top 20, to be real. But let me not waste time. So without further ado, sit back, relax, go to McDonald's and get you a Whopper, because we are about to get it poppin'. Now, for number 20 of the top 20 singles of 2016, I have to give it to Logic's Super Mario World. Super Mario World is a dope song just because of the beat. The production behind it is super crazy. It's real poppy. It's real bouncy. The chorus, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my god. That is like the most fire chorus of 2016. Like, it's real dope. The chorus is extremely crazy. The wordplay that he uses on that is extremely crazy. And one thing that's cool about the production, hence the name Super Mario World, he actually sampled a Super Mario World level and then kind of looped it in the background, which I think is super dope. Like I've been saying, I can't wait for the new Logic album. I think it's gonna be dope. Now, for number 19, we have to give it to A$AP Mob's Telephone Calls. Now, I did think that the A$AP Mob's Cozy tape was not that good. I didn't enjoy it. I felt like it was real off and on. It had its moments, but then again, it had its times where it just wasn't cool. It just wasn't fun. But I will say that the best song of that tape has to be Telephone Calls. And yeah, A$AP Rocky did his job. Playboi Carti did his job. But that verse that you can't sleep on has to be that Tyler, the Creator verse. Lord have mercy, Tyler went off on that. I was talking to a lot of my friends about that song and everybody's like, yeah, Tyler went off, but that's the same thing that he says in everything. Bruh, stop it. You can't say that Tyler, the Creator verse wasn't crazy. Tyler, the Creator's flow switched up on that song. He wasn't rapping with his usual flow. He kind of switched up on it and absolutely demolished it. He killed it. He actually made the song, in my opinion. And what also made the song is the walk, gleesh, walk in the background, though. Walk, gleesh, walk, walk, walk. Now, for number 18, I have to give it to YG's Still Brazy. Now, Still Brazy, the song Still Brazy is real bouncy. Like, when the song comes on, you kind of want to like break out the brick walk, if you know what I'm saying. The brick walk. It makes you want to break out the brick walk. I think that song is super dope. I actually think that that's my favorite song of the album, just because of the bounciness by it and just because of the wordplay and the flows that it used on it. It's real old school Midwest with that 2016 touch, and I think that song is super dope. Now, for number 17, I have to give it to Migos' Bad and Bougie. Now, Bad and Bougie, bro. Offset demolished that song. Records on records, got Beckers on Beckers. I'm riding around in a coupe. Now, for number 16, I have to give it to Drake, Summer 16. Now, for Summer 16 by Drake almost hands down has the best verse of the year by that. When the beat switches up at the end and he goes off and he compares himself to Jay-Z, says his pool's bigger than Kanye, that was almost the highlight of Summer 16. The Summer 16 beat is real wavy. He kind of sounds like a hunter on the song, like he's just waiting to defeat anybody who comes crawling to the throne. And I mean, just Drake, man. Whatever writers Drake uses, or even if that's Drake himself, Drake knows how to write a great hook. Looking for revenge. Now, for number 15, I have to give it to Rae Sremmurd, Black Beatles. Now, Black Beatles is a dope song. I will say that the song now is kind of getting, it's kind of getting played out just because you're seeing it everywhere with mannequin challenges, with this and with that. But I will say that the song is extremely dope. When I first listened to that Rae Sremmurd album, that song was definitely a highlight for me. That song was definitely the best song of that album, in my opinion. I do like the beat. Honestly, hearing that song and hearing it for the first time in my headphones, I knew that song was going to be a hit in some way, because that song is too fire not to. I'm kind of not a big fan of the radio hits usually. I kind of don't like the radio hits usually, but I will say that this Rae Sremmurd Black Beatles song is insane. The Gucci Mane verse was whack. The Gucci Mane verse was definitely whack, but the song was cold. Alright, so for number 14, I had to give it to Beyonce's All Night. Now, that song is really cool. I really like the production behind the song. I really like how there's live instrumentation in the song. The song kind of starts off slow, then actually gets to its full climactic period. Like, kind of like in the middle of the song is really where it gets good. The chorus is really good. The chorus is really catchy. I will say that Beyonce's voice on this song is really good, in my opinion. This song is probably my favorite song from that Lemonade album. I didn't review the Lemonade album, but if you haven't listened to the Lemonade album, do so. Now, for number 13, lot of people not gonna like this, but I have to give it to Drake. Western Road Flows. A lot of people disagreed with me, but you can't say, you can't say that Drake's Western Road Flows is not a fire song. Like the dreamy beat in the background with the Mary J. Blige sample repeating going through it, that is cold. People told me that this song wasn't that good because it's Drake rapping in his usual flow. It's just regular old Drake. Are you listening to the lyrics, fam? How this man's talking about his upbringing, what he used to do before he got famous, and then once he got famous, how everything changed, how the people around him changed. Do you guys listen to lyrics? This song is fire. This song is super dope. Deserves to be on the number 13 spot of the top 20 singles of 2016. I feel like the production alone, not even with Drake's voice, deserves to be number 13 of the top 20 albums. Like, cause I mean, 40 is a beast. Now for number 12, I have to give it to Big Sean's Bounce Back. Now, Bounce Back is a crazy song. I will say that Bounce Back probably has one of the best one-liners that I've heard in 2016. When he says, I lost one, then bounce back like 2, 3, did with 4, 5. Get it? I lost one, then bounce back like 2, 3, did with 4, 5. It's a double entendre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when Michael Jordan wore jersey number 23 and he retired, then came back, he wore number 45. You get it? You're ringing the bell. Now for number 10, I have to give it to Chance the Rapper's Finish Line Drown. Not only is this a dope little gospel song by Chance the Rapper, do you see how like the beat switches up at the end? And I don't know the girl's name just like off the top of the head, but when she starts rapping over a nice emotional beat break, that's probably the best part of the song in my opinion. And also the beginning of the song where it's like I feel like that is a dope song. Chance the Rapper really did his thing on that Coloring Book album. I think that was super fire. Now for number 9, I don't care about you mumble rapper haters out here. If we got some mumble rapper haters in the building, leave this video right now because you're not gonna like number 9. We can't have a 2016 singles and not give it to Lil Yachty's Wanna Be Us. I know you guys probably thought One Night. No, Wanna Be Us is fire. Wanna Be Us, in my opinion, has probably one of the best beats that I have heard in 2016. Like I say all the time, Burberry Perry's production is extremely fire. It's extremely quality. It's real nautical and watery in a way. It's just super bright, poppy, and dope. Now for number 8, I had to give it to Frank Ocean, Nikes. That is the starting track that starts off the album Blonde, and I will say that is a great way to start off the album. The first time I heard it, I was like, like his voice is kind of pitched up in it, and I didn't really know how I felt about it. But the more you listen to the song, the more you like the song. And I like how in Frank Ocean's Nikes, it kind of switches from mood to mood to mood, and then the whole instrumental stops and starts a completely new instrumental. It's like
Day 2.
Okay, so my camera cut off on me again. So this is another different day in which I'm trying to record this and my camera keeps cutting off on me. But before I was rudely interrupted, let's go ahead and get back into what I was talking about. I like Frank Ocean's Nikes because it has a really nice beat, and at the end it finishes off sounding real emotional and moody at the same time. It's like a real start to the album. It starts the album off on a really good note, on a nice cinematic note, and I think that's a nice song. So if you guys haven't checked out Frank Ocean Nikes, or if you haven't checked out that actual album Blonde, what are you doing if you haven't listened to Blonde? Alright, so for number 10, I gotta give it to Kanye West, Father Stretch My Hands. Now, Father Stretch My Hands probably has one of the best beat drops that I've heard this year. That Metro Boomin beat is extremely dope. I feel like the beat actually makes his song. The Kanye lyrics are kinda struggle worthy. I'm just gonna keep it real. But I think that the beat is so nice. The beat is so cinematic. It's so dope in a way that every time this comes on, whether it's played on the radio or whether this comes on in the car, you can't help but get turned. You can't help but get hyped. So for number 6, I have to give it to Kendrick Lamar, Untitled 2. The beat is real dark. The beat is real grimy. But as for Kendrick Lamar's vocals, I will say that his vocals are really cool on this song because he gets really into it. His lyrics are really cool, and the more the song goes, the louder Kendrick Lamar gets. And towards the end of the song, when he turns it up, I just think that is super dope because he actually starts screaming at the top of his lungs and goes off. Alright, so for number 5, I have to give it to Mac Miller, Dang. Anderson .Paak is just awesome. Like, he's just awesome. Like his vocals, I think he produces too. Like his producing, he's just a cool guy, you know what I mean? Like with this dang song, I really like the production on it. I really like the nice, bubbly, happy beat. I really like it. It kind of oozes positivity. And then Mac Miller hops on the beat and starts talking about how he really lusts after this girl, how he really wants this girl, how he's following this girl, how he's telling the girl to give him a chance. And I really like the song. I really like the beat. I really like Mac Miller's voice over it, and I really like Anderson .Paak's vocals while it's going through it. He really did a great job on it. The construction of the song is really good. It's just a nice structured song in my opinion. Alright, so for number 4, I have to give it to The Weeknd, Starboy. Now The Weeknd, Starboy, like I said, is one of the best singles of this year, just because of the beat, just because of the production, just because of how cinematic it is. What a way to start the album. The Weeknd really did a great way to start the album. I really did like this The Weeknd project that just released. Like I said, the production is real cinematic, it's real atmospheric in a way, it's real moody, it gives you the feeling that something's about to happen, and in my opinion, that's what it does because it actually leads into a great album. Now for number 3, I have to give it to Kid Cudi, All In. Now, to be completely honest, bruh, when this Kid Cudi album came out and I heard All In, that's all I played back to back to back to back. I love the start of All In. I love how it starts off with like waves pushing up against the sand in the beach, and then you hear like birds flying over the waves in the water. I like how the song kind of escalates real slowly when it gets up to its climax point, and then when that beat drops, I just think that is crazy. I've been on record as saying before that I'm not a big fan of Kid Cudi's humming, but I will say that his humming on this album was like absolutely phenomenal. Now for number 2, we are getting there. I have to give it to J. Cole, Everybody Dies. Alright, so first of all, before we get into that, I said that the song was called J. Cole, Everybody Gotta Die in a video, and like so many people were smacking on their keyboards. It's not J. Cole, Everybody Gotta Die. It's J. Cole, Everybody Dies. Homie. Like, same thing. This song is extremely dope. I really like how the beat is on this song. I really like the way it starts. It's kind of like nostalgic in a way, especially when you watch the video. J. Cole's sitting on the back of a truck and the beat's going by, and he's in an old neighborhood where we used to record old music, and you just get this feeling of, look at where I am now, opposed to where I was before. For example, like a nostalgic feeling as if like, yo, I remember when I was dead broke and I was recording in this neighborhood. Now look at me. I have all this money. I've achieved all this success, and now I'm back in the old neighborhood from where I started. That has to be a crazy feeling. That has to be an awesome feeling. And I will say that J. Cole did a great job of emulating that feeling in the song. Now, as far as the lyrics, this man went at some people. He went at the new generation of mumble rappers. And I will say that J. Cole on this song was really aggressive. His rap style is super dope. And one thing that I liked about For Your Eyes Only is that on every song, he didn't use the same flow. He switched up flows on every single song. And I thought that that was a nice little intricate way to do the album. I thought that that was super cool. And I thought that his flow on that song was insane. So for the number 1 song of 2016, what song is it? I have to give it to Frank Ocean, Future or Free. Now Frank Ocean, Future or Free is my favorite song of the year because of how the beat changes. I really like how it starts off really emotional, and then the more emotional it goes off, it actually goes into like a real hype space in the song. But he goes into Minaj on my birthday, the beat drops, and it's just this real melodic, dreamy beat that really thumps in the car. I really think that this song is dope. I really like the vocals on this too. Yeah, he kind of pitched his voice up a little bit high on this song, but that doesn't really irritate me like that. I love when he says in a song where he used to work on his feet for $7 an hour. He's not even making minimum wage. And then he says how now he's making 400, 600K a day just to go on tour. I like that part. I just think that it's a really dope song. And also when you listen to the whole album from start to finish and you get the Future or Free, it actually goes into like its own documentary when it pauses. When it pauses, it goes into like its own documentary, and I think that that is extremely fire. So out of all of the songs that I recommend, if I could recommend one song, I definitely recommend Frank Ocean, Future or Free. It's just a really dope song. It has a real message behind it, and I think that if you guys listen to it, then some of you guys will be playing that song back to back to back because it's just so dope. But alright everybody, that's the end of this video. I hope that you guys have enjoyed. What did you think about my list? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was some trash? If so, put that in the comment section down below. Like I said, this is list week for my channel. So all your sneaker lists, all your music lists, all that will be coming to the channel to end off 2016. But without further ado, I appreciate you guys watching as always. And without further ado, I just gotta say, hey, blessings, 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 and yeah, Chris